And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. It's Friday night, and live DH.
Kevin, thank you.
You're right, Dave. That is scary. Thanks for that one. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. Taking a look at the Lakers. They like where they stand right now, perched in that topmost position. And, of course, there's the Pelicans, 4.5 games behind.
And when I look at the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. This is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. Bledsoe is out there with Ball, and it's Adams in the 5 spot. And for the Lakers, they've got Marc Gasol. Davis is out there with Harrell, and it's LeBron James, and it's Caldwell Pope in at 2 guard.
And Clark, you just figured it was a matter of time before Davis started working away from the basket last season, attempting the most threes of his career.
Yeah, I agree with you. That evolution of his game was something that we all could kind of forecast. And he still gets it done inside when he needs to, but he's had some injuries, and he understands being smart and efficient is just as important as being physical and tough. And he just picks and chooses his spots. And I think his perimeter shot is really good now, and I just think it's going to continue to get better with time.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Pelicans shooting their first free throws of the game on this trip to the line.
Only shooting 71 really on the season, so there is plenty of room for improvement.
You know, their percentages dropped off just a little bit compared to last year, guys, but it's not a huge drop-off, so no major concern.
Floats it up for Williamson. Hammers the alley-oop through.
You know, Bledsoe has developed his passing skills to the point where you've got to respect that part of his game. He's doing a nice job finding his open guys.
The shot's good from LeBron.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And that one's good, Williamson.
Ball, such a terrific passer. He seems to have a sixth sense, nice feel, which is hard to teach.
The drive by James, and plenty of contact on the shot. So, 2 free throws coming up. And the foul called on the New Orleans Pelicans.
And last season, we got to see what an effective playmaker LeBron James can be. The assist numbers through the roof, career high for him at the age of 35.
Absolutely remarkable. And Greg, when I first saw him in high school in northeastern Ohio, I thought his passing was his greatest attribute. And that was after just seeing him play one time. And he's shown that throughout his career. Took on full ball handling responsibilities with the Lakers last year and showed you what he can do. He is a gifted passer and an extremely versatile player.
Williamson finds Ingram. Takes the 13-footer, and he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
The nice shooting ability of Ingram makes that mid-range J a quality shot.
LeBron dishes to Caldwell Pope. Back to LeBron. That shot, no good. And it's the Pelicans taking it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Lakers team. And Bledsoe, here we go. And the layup's good off the glass.
Bledsoe's a master at taking it to the rack. I mean, his combination of strength and speed, hard to contain.
And it's Davis missing.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And there's Bledsoe on the assist by Williamson.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, James. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And James picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Pelicans leading by 8. Ball, the pass to Ingram. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists tonight.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Now here's James. Here's Davis. Rejected by Ingram.
In addition to being superb on offense, Ingram is also a ridiculously good defender. His long reach really allows him to come up with a good number of blocks.
Now Caldwell Pope. Following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And again, the Lakers no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take. Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Here's Ball. Following the basket by LeBron James. Ingram wide open. Sinks the triple. Ingram's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You know, you look at Ball's size and speed and confidence, very impressive. An exciting prospect who I think has an all-star future.
A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Nicolo Melli comes in for Zion Williamson. Hart, he's checked in for Brandon Ingram. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
And the rejection by Harrell. Caldwell Pope finds Harrell. And he dunks it down.
Yeah, rising up well to finish off the dunk with power. Tremendous athleticism by Kentavious Caldwell Pope, KCP.
Now here's Redick. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Takes the 3. And it's Gasol with the rebound. Gasol's got his 4th rebound in this one. They get it again. Here's Caldwell Pope. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Hey, it's not easy trying to stick with Caldwell Pope now, especially when he leaks out in transition.
Ball feeling it out a bit. And the wide open shot from Redick. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists in the game. Fires from 18. And another basket for the Lakers.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And Davis sends it back.
Boy, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
Pelicans leading by 6. 1:02 left to play in the first quarter. Yep, that one goes in there.
He has the ability to get to the basket, too. Like seeing Redick put it on the deck and get it done off the dribble.
Here's James, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Now, here's Ball. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Gasol dishes to Davis. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. LeBron James on the wing. Pulls up. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by LeBron. Now it's just a 3-point New Orleans lead. Outside, Redick. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Now here's Hayes. He's guarded closely.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
The Pelicans have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point. He misses the free throw. He's off on the second. to the middle. Here's Davis, and they call the foul. So he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, what a great effort that time by Davis. Just never gave up on it. Worked through tough defense and still found a way to get it up and down.
And it's tied up with that one. 8 seconds left to play in the first quarter. From deep three-point range.
You know, LeBron affected that shot, and his defense doesn't get quite the height that his offense does, but over his career, he's been a consistent, aggressive defender on.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for Los Angeles. Going on an absolute rampage, piling in the points. He dictated the pace of the entire quarter. And we'll be right back after this. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you know, you have a guy in there blocking a bunch of shots or multiple players blocking shots. It causes the offense to think twice when they go up for shots in there.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Caldwell Pope out there with LeBron James. And there's Davis. Then there's Harry. And it's Gasol at the center.
That is the savvy of LeBron on display. Doesn't just convert, but draws the foul and has the chance to tack another one on his point total.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one.
And really, guys, his percentage from the line at 70 isn't quite up to snuff.
Redick with it. Three-pointer. And James pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And LeBron throws it down.
And, you know, you come to expect this type of play from LeBron. I mean, he's relentless when he's in attack mode.
Pelicans trailed by 5. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
LeBron with the block. They retain possession. Redick passes to Hayes. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
How about that? Redick showing the same kind of accuracy on that pass as he has on his three-point shots, which is quite remarkable. That's how you drop a dime, though.
New Orleans making some changes here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Hayes. Zion Williamson comes in for Nicolo Melton. And it's Ingram in for Hart. Defense doesn't get much better than the mobile one block we just saw on replay.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
Redick for 3. Unable to get that one. And the Lakers going the other way now. They want to keep rolling here following. Oh, what a play! Woo!
Nothing out of the ordinary there for LeBron. I mean, insane athleticism.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Anthony Davis.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. 8-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
You got to give him an A for effort. Just fell a little bit short in that one.
Yeah, they were really close right there. Just couldn't string together a few key plays to help get them over the top for the win.
Give them credit. Offensively, they've been the more efficient team.
Well, you know, it's been all high percentage shots for them so far. I mean, just the kind of execution you want in the first half.
Williamson and the dunk by Williamson.
What amazes me about watching Williamson, his lift into the air, it's so effortless.
And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Redick against Caldwell Pope. Here's Bledsoe, and the rejection by LeBron.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots. a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up tempo so far.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, hopefully it's not from lack of effort on his part. But his free throw shooting, compared to what he did last year, has been terrible.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Gasol is one of the best passers in the league. I mean, in his position, there aren't many better. Excellent at scanning the floor and finding the open man.
Bledsoe passes to Adams. Ingram with it. Over Harold. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Ingram's got 11.
And the speed Ingram has makes him a nightmare for defenses in pick and rolls. I mean, he constantly keeps them on skates and wondering what's next.
Pelicans trail by 9. And there's the call on James. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Picking up his second foul here, has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Ball's checked in for the Pelicans. He dishes it to Adams. Adams drawing the double team. Shoots from the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper.
And we've documented it. Ball has a hitch in his giddy-up on that shot. But it works. I mean, it's all about release and follow through and confidence and repetition. And if he has room, then he'll make you pay.
For 3, Caldwell Pope in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And although it seems like KCP will never be a huge factor on offense, he can still give you valuable points and also that spacing he can provide out on the floor.
Yeah, I agree with you there, and it's a valuable tool kit that he has because he can provide some playmaking and shot making and spacing of the floor. And he's also become more efficient as an offensive player. But he does know and recognize that his strength is at the defensive end, his athleticism, mobility, and versatility. And offense is tertiary to his contribution.
It's his first trip to the line.
And guys, you might remember that he was not at his best from the foul line in their last outing.
Well, you know, whenever he got to the line, he just couldn't find the target. But nights like that do happen, even to the best of them. And it's clear that's a change for the better from what he was able to do at the free throw line a year ago, guys.
Ball kicks to Williamson. Ingram against Davis.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Timeout called the Lakers. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Man, I like Ball's fantastic body control there. Really hard to knock him off balance. He's really quite good at converting shots through contact for such a young player.
Now he is checked in for Adams. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line of the game. And he knocks down the first one.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
Yeah, you have to make teams pay for fouling you. That's why they call them free. And they've done exactly that, made them pay.
Knocked away. Inside. And the rejection by Harold. And he recovers it. And there it is for him. Ingram's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, tit for tat on the glass. Just one more aspect of what's been a very closely contested ball game here.
And Ingram has got the ball here for the Pelicans. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. It'll be the 4th game in a 7-game road trip. Ball, the pass to Williamson. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Williamson's got 12.
And Williamson Such a unique prospect from a physical standpoint. Can get anything he wants in that paint.
He's done a nice job, a great job actually, of finding efficient shots here in the second. Shooting percentage always a function of the kinds of shots you get. And he's on a good roll after struggling a bit in the first.
Here's Ingram, and Davis sends it back. And it's the Lakers on the break. And that one is good.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
And James picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
Hayes is checked in for New Orleans. Good on the shot. Ingram's got 19 points.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
LeBron drives in, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the foul against New Orleans. For Los Angeles, they have knocked down 8 of 9 free throw attempts. I'd say those numbers read pretty well.
And really, they haven't been able to differentiate themselves from the free throw line on the season at about 76%.
And guys, that's really an upgrade over how they shot last season. Not a huge upgrade, but an upgrade nonetheless.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. Now, I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And Davis sends it back, and they're able to recover. And the basket is good. Hayes has got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Here's Williamson, and he elevates for the slam dunk. Montrezl Harrell did not like that.
Well, what a dunk artist this guy is. Whenever Williamson takes flight, you're just expecting to see something special.
And we are not going to halftime just yet. Officials signaling they are going to review the tape.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
And it looks like they got it right this time. No basket. The clock had expired while the ball was still in it. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just
the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And let's talk for LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He had 37 points, 2 block shots, and 1 rebound. What'd you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Lakers?
Well, I have to point to the efficiency on the offensive end as the key for them. The way they've been moving the ball and finding the open man, that's been super impressive. They don't need to change a thing, Ernie. At this point, just keep playing smart basketball.
Shaq, how do you think New Orleans played?
They played some solid team basketball. Really good.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been a clinic out there by James.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
Well, you know, in that first half, it was a common occurrence. He got to the strike time and time again.
So the Pelican 5 right now. Ingram the 3 and Zion the 4. All out there at Bledsoe. And it's Adams in at the 5. Home in the paint. A tremendous mobile 1 block that we had to see again. Great send back.
And he's all over that shot. Has it read the whole way and gets the position he needs to make a play.
The Lakers in the lead. Gasol's in the post. Adams on him. It's Gasol missing. Well, for New Orleans, shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And the moment now to check out who the Pelicans have coming up. On Sunday, they'll be facing Hassan Whiteside and the Sacramento Kings. Then on Tuesday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against the Timberwolves, that's a contest that could easily go either way. Small mistakes could be the difference, and both teams will need to be at their best.
Boy, the confidence of Gasol on the block is really impressive to see. I mean, once he gets good positioning, he goes right to work.
Well, you know, teams look for plus sixes, players whose wingspans exceed their height by a half foot. Montrezl Harrell is a 6'7" player with a 7'4" wingspan. If you're struggling with the math, ladies and gentlemen, that's a +9.
Nice again, and it's laid in by Davis. Davis has got 16 points.
Well, Davis, one of the hardest working and best rebounders in the NBA, showing you great effort that time.
Ball. It's not going to go for him. Gasol with the defensive effort. And between his length and his athleticism, Montrezl Harrell well suited for that role of small ball center, Greg, in today's NBA.
Yeah, I mean, he's fearless. Even giving up a few pounds, a few inches, he'll go right at you and making steady improvements as a rebounder year over year.
And the Pelicans making a change here. Redick is checked in, passes it to Williamson. The fadeaway. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gasol's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Ingram kicks to Redick. Down low. And Adams with the slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Here's Davis. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists now tonight.
And I tell you what, AD is able to brush off those defenders with ease because of how strong he is. That's what they call weight room.
Adams. Good D by Gasol.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And the dunk by LeBron.
You know, with AD's improved court awareness, when guys on his team get open, he'll find them.
Pelicans trail by 3. Now Bledsoe, 8 points for him. Tips it up. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. 3rd quarter action and just under 3.5 minutes have gone. The pass to Gasol. And they double up James. Gasol inside, covered by Williamson. Offensive rebound. Gasol trying to free himself up, and Davis can't get it to go. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Stolen by Caldwell Pope. Knocked loose and stolen by Redick. And here we go. Oh, terrific.
Yeah, you know, you look at Ingram, and it's not all about scoring with him. He shows he shares the ball as well.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. All right, well, look at how the points have been generated so far. Scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They worked hard tonight at crashing the boards as well. They've had a bunch of second chance points.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Nicolo Melli comes in for Zion Williamson. And it's Josh Hart in for Ingram. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Melli. The Pelicans keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
LeBron against Redick. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. They get Marc Gasol. The Pelicans have missed out on some chances at the line today. 0-6 of 11.
Boy, Redick has some of the most admirable traits you want to see in any basketball player. His professionalism and work ethic have made him the player he is today.
Hayes is checked in for Nicolo Melli.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Clearly, Davis loves to put on the show for the fans, and putting on the show is exactly what he's doing.
The Pelicans have gotten 6 of their 12 shots to drop for them here in the second half so far. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And here are the Pelicans now. They trail by 1. Redick passes to Adams. Backed in off the glass. Adams has got 7 points.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
LeBron is doubled. Harrell kicks to Caldwell Pope. Trying to get over to Davis. And there's Caldwell Pope. That's good on the assist by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside, Redick. Pass to Adams. Good D by Gasol. LA's gone 4-6 from outside the arc tonight. Caldwell Pope finds James. And it goes down 2 points. James has got 43 points.
Oh, it's scary because he's just been a matchup nightmare in this game. He's eaten up anybody they've thrown at him.
Pass to Adams. It's stolen by Davis. And now here's Davis with fast break opportunity. The second chance effort, and it's Gasol getting it to go. And it's a 6-point Laker lead.
And how about the veteran Gasol doing a great job of just getting down the floor there in transition and cashing in.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. Strange to see Marc Gasol shooting from outside. His game break wasn't always like it is now.
I mean, Gasol has added a 3 to his game in the last seasons with Memphis, and it was an immediate success. He became a functioning stretch 5. Early in his career, he was more likely to drag you to the block and just bruise you more than anything else.
Catching up on the changes for New Orleans. Zion Williamson's checked in for Hayes, and Ball subbed in for Eric Bledsoe.
I guess even he has took this one of those once in a while.
And they double up Davis. Caldwell Pope for 3. Pelicans with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Shot to stop the run, and he gets it back. Here's Hart. And again, no good by New Orleans. Here we go, one-on-one. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
And this is his 2nd trip to the line tonight. The first free throw is good.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And the dunk by LeBron.
And LeBron is a force rolling to the rim. When he's diving inside, he's looking for the punch.
Pelicans trail by 9. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Ball, and Gasol sends it back. Harrell, the pass to Caldwell Pope. Shoots over Redick. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Now, here's Ball, and Gasol sends it back.
You really got to admire the reach of Gasol. He's excellent at utilizing those long arms of his to turn away shots.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the 3rd quarter. Both teams putting up points. Los Angeles on top. They're up by 9. And 4th quarter basket. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
4th quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. They've got Kentavious Caldwell Pope. Montrezl Harrell is out there with Davis. And it's Marc Gasol. And it's LeBron in at the point. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Davis in the corner. And they double up Davis. The pass to Gasol. Here's Harrell. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. Gasol's got 3 assists in the game.
Guys, not much more a defender can do in that situation. Harrell with the focus and the strength to just power through the contact. Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. Los Angeles leading by 7. James misses. Ball against LeBron.
Really good job on the inside that time. I mean, he had to work for that rebound, and he got it done.
Here's Davis, and it's Davis finishing it off.
Well, I tell you what, it's rare that you see a big man with offensive skills like Davis has. He is a talented, rare player.
Here's Ingram. LeBron grabs the miss. And so Gasol will bring it up for Los Angeles with a 9-point lead. Following this one, they get to host the Warriors. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home. And here's Ingram from the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Gasol's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs. And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
10 straight points off assists. That's very impressive, and it also makes the game easy and fun to watch.
And you got to appreciate the fearlessness with which he plays. Zion's ability to shoulder the offense at this stage of his career is incredible.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
They've been committing a lot of turnovers, and I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Bledsoe's checked in. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
During that break, Frank Vogel had some real words for his team. He talked about the mindset they need to have and what he wants to see the rest of the way. Engagement at both ends and making good decisions with the ball. Guys?
Jacks up a 3. Good, and the assist goes to Williamson. Williamson's got 4 assists now tonight.
You know, really, Bledsoe has to keep hitting it from deep. When he does, I think that really opens up the floor for him and his team.
Horton Tucker, the pass to Gasol. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. Pelicans trail by 8. Williamson outside. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14.
The athleticism on display there. For as big as Williamson is, he moves so fast and so decisively.
Here's Gasol. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. First free throw is good.
And you know, by now, I don't think there's much question. Mark and his brother Powell are the best 1-2 brother punch in NBA history. How about over 30,000 points combined?
And so Marc Gasol nails both of them.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Gasol's in the post. Adams on him. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them. And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Back to Ball. And Ball slams it in.
The adjustments they've made offensively, they're putting guys in a position now to succeed.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
Here's Caruso. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Pelicans trail by 4. And it's Ball penetrating. The shot by Bledsoe. Nobody around. And Gasol sends it back. Here's Caldwell Pope. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, you got to be careful how you defend Caldwell Pope because he's got great speed and he knows how to use it to draw contact.
And the first one at the line is good. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, his defensive quickness sets him apart.
Ball dishes to Ingram. That falls. Nice speed that time from Ball. Ingram's got 27 points.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, LeBron James.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Good work there as it goes. LeBron's got 47 points.
You know, LeBron James is so strong and able to finish through contact because of it. You got to wrap him up. You got to get him before he gets that ball up in the shooting motion because contact other than that doesn't bother him.
That free throw missing.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today, and unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot.
Timeout called the Lakers. LA's on 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the 4th. Here's LeBron, and Adams sends it back. Floats one up. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
He's got to get to the line a little bit more here in the second half. Let's see if he can get that edge back that he had in the first.
But there are only a handful of players who've been on the line more often than LeBron, and no surprise, every one of them a Hall of Famer. That's where he's headed to.
Yeah, the main thing here, though, guys, is just to make sure you get a 2-possession game.
And he gets the bucket. 29 points for Brandon Ingram.
And you want Ingram to take over in these situations, and he does just that when his number is called.
James. That shot missing. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. And the dunk by Williamson.
Some young players tend to defer in big moments. Not Zion.
The drive by James. Again, what an avalanche.
My goodness. 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Gasol. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Marc Gasol. First free throw is good, and that narrows the gap to 1.
And really, guys, I can't put a ceiling on Ingram. With his length and his shooting stroke and work ethic, This is a guy who I think has the potential to be truly great.
And good hammers on it there.
Yeah, he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making the GA look all too easy right now. A minute 42 left to play here in the fourth. Ingram deciding where to go with it. Wide open shot is on the money. Ingram's got the game tied up here for the Pelicans.
Boy, the versatility of Brandon Ingram. Remarkable at putting the ball in the basket in any number of ways.
That one drops for him. Davis has got 14 points now in the second half.
Anthony Davis showing you he's in control when the spotlight is on.
And Ingram missing.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
Antetokounmpo finds Harold. Now here's Davis. James in the post. He's covered by Ball. It drops.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. They're trailing by 4. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Marquise Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And slammed up by Ingram.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
And they double up LeBron. And now in transition is Bledsoe. Here we go. The emphatic rejection.
Caldwell Pope showing us excellent timing there, using his length well on defense.
And Allen sends it back.
Yeah, this isn't a done deal yet, but they have got to move quick.
They've got to go all out trying to force a turnover here.
And here are the Lakers. A 2-point game. 3-second difference between shot clock and game. LeBron against Bledsoe. To the inside. Here's Harold.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. They trail by 4. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
Yeah, trying to get back in this thing, they need a score.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
And here's Davis for 3. Off the mark. And so it's the Lakers who come out on top here. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, are just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
And now we'll send it over to Davis.